today?
I'm all right, I guess. How are you?
I'm good. You seem a little down. What seems to be going on?
I've been having a lot of struggles lately. Well, like I said in our little appointment last week, I'm not making it to my classes. I've been missing meals and losing sleep, and I'm kind of at my wit's end about it all.
Okay. Was there something that kind of triggered this all to start?
Nothing that I particularly noticed. It just feels like I feel like I kind of just woke up into it a couple months ago.
Okay. But no particular trigger or anything?
Nothing that's standing out to me in this moment.
Okay. Um, Tell me a little bit more of how you're feeling.
I'm feeling kind of distressed, I guess. I'm I'm not getting good sleep, obviously, and falling further and further behind in classes is making me very stressed and anxious. Um, and just this feeling of I'm not really sure where to go.
Okay. Um, have you tried anything to help get through it?
Well, what do you mean?
Um, Is there anything in particular that you've tried to help you feel better or kind of overcome the overwhelmingness?
I've tried laying in bed to catch up on my sleep, but I'm
Okay.
just laying there and laying there and laying there. Everything else is falling to the wayside because of it.
Okay. Um, have you tried a sleep um pattern where you plan out?
No, that's not something I've been doing.
Okay. It's definitely something we can talk about. Maybe you can try. It's just you write down a schedule that you do every night before you go to bed. And it kind of helps your brain turn off and get you in the right mindset to go
Okay.
to sleep.
So when I'm writing this schedule out, what does that entail? Is it just like an agenda for my sleep, kinda?
Kind of, yeah. It's just like a routine that you would follow every night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it can and include things to help you relax, like maybe you shower every night before you go to bed and um maybe you stop using your phone before you a certain time before you try to go to sleep and that kind of thing. Um, just things to help you relax and kind of try to turn your mind off.
Okay, that makes sense. I guess I am on my phone a bit before bed.
Yeah, and that can be hard and just makes your brain speed up a little bit because you're focusing on everything you're seeing.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Um, and how many hours of sleep would you say you've been getting?
Um, if I were to make a guess, it'd probably be like 3 to 4.
Is it broken up?
Yeah, it's not all in one shot. It's definitely waking up, tossing and turning for hours at a time, and then maybe getting a half hour here, an hour there. Yeah.
What kind of things are running through your head when you're not able to fall asleep?
Um, Sometimes it's about things that I'm worried about. Sometimes it's just like, oh God, why can't I get back to sleep? Um, but I guess mostly just things I'm worried about.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Um, well, I'm I'm starting to get worried that I'm not going to do well this semester. Um, and maybe not even be able to get this degree at the end of it if it's gonna be a problem like this continuing. Um, just other little things.
What? Tell me a little bit more about the other little things.
Some things, I guess, like friends have said, or the state of the world, I guess, in some regards. Um, I suppose I'm also worried about my family back home.
Okay. Is there a lot going on back home?
No, I suppose I don't know. We don't talk as much,
Mm,
um, just because they want me to be focused on studies and all that. But I know that there has been some hardship in the house in the past year or so.
okay. How does that them like distance themselves for your studies make you feel?
I mean, it makes sense that I need to be taking this time to focus on my studies, but it feels really bad because I'm 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 struggling to even do that.
Mm. If you haven't had communication with your family, do you have other people you can go to for support?
I have a couple friends around campus.
Okay. And do you guys hang? How often do you hang out with them?
Probably like once or twice a week, maybe.
Okay. Okay. Um, let's go back to your family for a little bit.
Okay.
Um, if there was anything, if you pretend like I was someone in your family, and there was anything that you wanted to say to them about your current situation and maybe how they could support you in it, what would you tell them?
Um, I feel like I'd say that I'm having a hard time with my studies, and I'm not sure how to handle it. But I don't really know how to say anything more than that.
Okay. Mm, would you want them to have more communication with you? Do you think if you had that kind of support, it might help you a little bit?
I mean, I suppose it can't hurt to try.
Yeah. Because if you have a few friends and stuff, but you don't have communication with your family all that often, do you have a sense of like loneliness?
Yeah, I guess I am feeling very lonely.
Yeah. And maybe that check in every once in a while with the family might be more helpful to kind of take those feelings away.
Okay, I'll try that, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't, they don't have to discuss like the problems and stuff going on back home. Just a hey, check in, hey, how are you? That's not gonna distract you from your studies too much.
That makes sense.
And if you like schedule it, it could give you something to look forward to.
Okay.
Because it's always nice to hear from home.
Yeah,
Yeah. How far away are you from home?
a couple states.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's hard. Especially if you came here and you didn't know anyone and had to make new friends, and then,
Yeah,
yeah, and then your family just kind of, hey, you gotta focus on your studies. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's hard. Um, what kind of things do you do for fun?
Uh, I watch YouTube videos, TV shows. Sometimes I'll go out for a walk if I'm up for it and the weather is decent.
Okay.
Um, Sometimes I like to go window shopping, I suppose, but not really shopping.
Mm, yeah. Do any of those things help you feel better? Do you notice a difference after doing any of those activities?
Um, I suppose after the walks, I feel a little bit better.
Okay. How often do you do walks?
Definitely not as often as I should. Probably only like once a week.
Okay. Um, tell me some feelings that you feel when you go on the walk.
Um, well, instead of trying to focus on everything that is getting me all anxious and stressed and worrying me, I try to just notice the things as I'm walking by, like what kind of signs the people have on their lawns, um, any flags or icons, colors the trees are, stuff like that, I guess. Just trying to stay in that moment while I
Okay.
walk.
Yeah. That's a great thing to like want to stay in the moment and kind of let other things go. To help clear your mind and settle you a little bit. And then do you feel refreshed after?
A little bit, but then the concerns and everything just starts creeping back up.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more about the feelings that come with the concerns.
I suppose I feel like I get this like almost tightness in my chest, like a shortness of breath, kind of almost like feeling
Mm-hmm.
like like there's a literal weight on top of me.
Okay. Um, It sounds like you're stressed and maybe experiencing some anxiety. Would you say that's
That feels correct, yeah.
okay? Yeah. Um, and you would say your anxiety revolves around your schoolwork?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Um, Tell me a little bit more about your schoolwork. Like, how many classes are you taking?
5 a semester.
Okay.
Um, it's just general education.
Okay.
It's just a lot of different material at
Mm-hmm.
once. It feels like to me. I mean, I know it's probably standard and all that.
A little overwhelming. Um, have you taken this many classes in like the past at one time?
I did last semester,
Oh,
and things went for the most part well.
hmm.
Um, Mostly B's and a C for
Okay.
the semester. Um, I don't know why this one was different.
Does the work seem a little harder?
Well, I mean, yes, but I expected that.
Yeah. Um, have you been using like the same like planning out and everything, like the same organization that you used last semester?
Um, yeah, yeah, pretty much. I mean, now I try and make sure, um, let's say for the most part, yeah.
Okay. Um, Tell me a little bit more about your organization. Like, how do you organize your assignments and stuff like that?
Um, my assignments I write down in my notebook,
Okay.
even though they're online. Um, and I write a vague schedule on my little whiteboard in my room next to my computer. Um, for about when I need to get things done.
Okay. Do you use like a planner or anything?
No, I don't.
No. Okay. Do you think having a planner and writing stuff out in a planner would be helpful?
I mean, I haven't really done that since middle school, but I could certainly try again.
Yeah. Just something different. And sometimes writing it out will kind of put it in your head, even though it might not be at the front of your head, but you'll remember, hey, I think I wrote something down about that's about this coming up. Um, that sometimes can be helpful about
Okay.
keeping on top of things. What else do you think would be helpful to keep on top of stuff or help you with your schoolwork? Something that's gonna help reduce your stress and anxiety.
One of the problems I keep to seem keep oh my gosh, keep seeming to have is I keep missing some of the readings.
Okay.
Um, but I'm not sure how to
Is it like readings out of a textbook or like extra reading material?
It's both.
Okay.
It's both. Well, I suppose mostly like additional material, but sometimes it is like a chapter or two from a textbook that I was supposed to read.
Okay. Um, where are those things like written out when you that you can find to see when they're due?
I think they're in the syllabus,
Okay.
and I think probably online.
Okay. And those, I mean, those aren't typically things that would get set like a reminder out. Like if you had an assignment due, typically the online system will remind you that something's coming up due. And typically readings don't fall into that.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So we could kind of go back to possibly using the planner because if the readings are written out in a syllabus, then we can write them out in a planner.
Okay, I'm seeing how that might be beneficial.
Yeah. And then you don't have to worry about like pulling up a syllabus all the time. And you can just flip through your planner a little and
Okay,
see everything physically in front of you.
okay, I'd be willing to give that a try.
Yeah. And it's definitely something like in our next session or something, if you wanted to work on it, we can work on writing one out if you find um a planner you like, because there's lots of different style of planners, so you have to kind of skim through and see if you find one you're more drawn to.
Okay,
But I am definitely willing to help you fill it out. If you find once you find one you like, we can start together if that'll help.
I think that would help me out a lot. I think I'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, it'll give you a little motivation and an extra support. You think that would also help reduce your stress?
Yeah, but that feels like it's a lot more comforting sounding than just trying to figure out a planner on my own.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm I'm here. I gave you the suggestion, so I'm obviously here to help you plan that out. And um maybe I can even start by maybe we can have some printouts or something if you don't have a planner yet that we could start like a calendar printout
Okay,
that we can work through
okay.
at least to get some stuff that's coming up more sooner until you find a planner you like.
That sounds like a plan to me.
Good. Anything else you can think of that might help reduce stress a little? Are you behind in schoolwork?
Yeah, I
Oh,
am.
okay. Have you um reached out to your professors or anything?
I've mostly just apologized for being late and said that I'm still working on things.
Okay. What's their response been?
I've gotten a couple response that have been all right, get it in as soon as you can. One professor hasn't gotten back to me yet, and another said that they will probably be taking points off reductions for late.
Okay. How's that kind of made you feel?
I suppose it made me feel like and I mean I suppose I don't know if this is true, but I suppose it made me feel like
about like you said that your work doesn't matter to them? What what kind of makes you feel that way?
It it the responses just felt dismissive or uncaring
Okay.
about a bit, I guess.
Okay. But you've been communicating with them through emails, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So emails are kind of hard to get feelings out of, right? Anything written in text. If you're not seeing the person's face or hearing their voice.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. That doesn't necessarily mean what you're thinking is wrong or um anything. But
I'm not talking with them directly about it.
yeah, you kind of have to um think about it in another manner as well because text in writing text is hard to determine feelings. So maybe setting up a meeting with them or something might be helpful.
Okay.
If you want to get down to the bottom of it.
Okay. I think I can reach out to them.
Yeah. What would you say in your email that you would send to them about setting up a meeting?
Well, I should probably be honest that I'm struggling, right? So I guess I'd start there being like, hello, I wanted to reach out saying I'm struggling with this class. Can I set up a meeting to work work things out?
Yeah. Yeah. Work things out or um talk about the assignments, what I can do to catch up. Yeah,
Okay.
I think that will be helpful. And I think you putting in that effort with them is always positive. It's showing that you're trying to make the effort to get back in a good place.
Okay. I um I think I can do that.
And what's the worst they can say?
I suppose the worst thing they can say is I will still be getting a couple points off my assignment. Or they won't grade it, but I don't know. I guess I need to talk to them to find out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because we can't always assume things. It's best to just ask.
Okay. I will certainly ask them then what I can do.
Yeah. Is there anything else like I can do to help you feel
Well, I think offering to help me with the planner would really be a
okay?
lot of a help. So I'm not really sure I would know where to get started with that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Um, and maybe I can think of something else before next time.
Okay, definitely. Like I'm here and whatever you need help and support with, just let me know. It's something that I can assist. I want to help you get in a better spot mentally and feel a little bit better.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
How are you feeling?
I feel like I walked into this meeting with some of that weight, like I talked about on
Mm-hmm.
me, and I do feel like some of that has dissipated.
Okay. Good. definitely next time we'll work on your planner and maybe you'll have some good things to talk about, like that when you met with your professors or something. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I will see you next week.
All right. I will see you next week as well then.